And we've been talking about the 4 seasons. Can you all name all 4 seasons? Who can name them? Smriti, tell me all 4 seasons.
Winter, spring, summer, and autumn.
Awesome. Winter, spring, summer, and autumn or fall. There's a song that we use that helps us remember that. There are 4 seasons, there are 4 seasons, there are 4 seasons of the year. Winter, spring, then summer, autumn. There are 4 seasons of the year. So, we've discussed already winter. Winter happens in the months of December, January, and February. The temperature in winter is cold. We need to wear lots of layers in winter, like scarves, hats, jackets, boots, warm mittens, and socks. Some holidays are Hanukkah and Christmas. In spring, the months are March, April, and May. The temperature gets warmer, and you can wear shorts or maybe long pants with short sleeves. And there's some holidays like Easter. We've discussed summer. What's the temperature like during summer? Who could tell me? What's the temperature like in the summer? Are we?
Hot.
Hot temperatures. Like this. And your clothing, who can describe the clothing for me? Nicole? What type of clothing do we wear?
The clothing is short sleeves and short pants.
Yeah, in a bathing suit or flip-flops and sunglasses. A holiday. Who remembers the holiday that we celebrate in the summer? Ryan? He might have some issues with his microphone.
National Day?
4th of July. Yes, that's when we became our nation's independence. We became a country on the 4th of July in 1776, over 300 years ago. But we celebrate it on that day, on the 4th of July. So let's look at our months. Our months in the summer are June, July, and August. So let's fill that in on our chart. Our summer months are June, July, and August. Now our chart's all filled in. And we can see it up close. All right, let's take a look at our next slide. I'm going to mute our participants because I can hear some friends talking. Let's go up here. Mute all.
Me too.
Okay, so one word that we're going to talk about in our lesson today, we're going to be talking about autumn. And in autumn, it is chilly. What does that mean if it's chilly? Can someone describe that word to me? Smriti.
Chilly means it's cold.
Yeah, it's not freezing, like a word we used in winter, but it is cool outside and you will need a jacket. Very good. We also talk about how trees shed their leaves. Shed means to lose your leaves. To shed your leaves, to lose them. Do you remember what type of tree loses its leaves? Does anyone remember that?
No.
Ryan?
Deciduous.
A deciduous tree. You're exactly right. Today we will hear another letter from our pen pal, Annie. Our main topic or main idea of Annie's letter will be autumn. Your job is to listen carefully for the details about how the weather changes from summer to autumn and other characteristics of autumn. Okay. Dear kindergartners, I wish summer could last forever, but it can't. Eventually, the warm weather of summer ends and autumn begins. In autumn, kids are back in school. The air becomes cooler than it was during the hot summer months. It might still feel warm during the day, but there's still a chill or a cold feeling in the air at night. By the end of autumn, it can be really chilly during the day and at night. As autumn progresses or continues, the days get shorter and shorter. That's because the sun rises a little bit later and sets a little bit earlier each day. Autumn begins in the middle of September and includes the months of October and November. It's February 16th. Is it autumn now? No, it's still winter. During autumn, the leaves on many trees change color. They turn from green to bright yellow, orange, red, or brown. It's so beautiful. Last autumn, my family took a trip to the mountains near Washington, D.C. to enjoy the autumn colors. The air was so cool and crisp up in the mountains. Look at this picture from our trip. The forests are full of bright autumn colors. Some trees shed their leaves in autumn. This means that their leaves begin to fall to the ground. Do you remember what type of tree sheds its leaves? Ryan told us. Deciduous trees. That's why another name for autumn is fall, because autumn is when the leaves of the deciduous trees fall to the ground. The grass is soon covered in a blanket of leaves. Many people rake the crunchy leaves into piles and then take them away. My friends and I always try to jump in them for fun before they're all gone. Do the leaves change color and fall off the trees where you live? Do they change color where we live? Yeah, they do. In fall, they do. There are some farmers a few hours outside of Washington, D.C. Autumn means harvest time for farmers. Harvest time is when farmers gather their crops. Farmers pick the fruits and vegetables from the field where they are ripe and ready to be eaten. What are some crops that are ready to be picked in fall? Do you remember any from when we did our farmers unit? Are we?
Corn.
Corn. Wheat is another one that's ready to be picked in fall. Also pumpkins and apples. When farmers finish harvesting their crops, they all get together for a really fun event, the county fair. The farmers all bring their best vegetables and animals to show off so everyone can see how good they are at growing vegetables and raising farm animals. Last year, I went to the county fair. I took this picture of the pumpkins that the farmers harvested and brought to the fair. The pumpkins with a ribbon won a prize. The blue ribbon means first prize. Then there's the red ribbon for second and third. I love seeing all the big, healthy vegetables and beautiful farm animals at the fair. But there's also something I love even more, the rides. There are lots of fun rides, like the Ferris wheel at the county fair. This big circle thing is called a Ferris wheel. It takes you up and over. It's fun to ride because you get really high and can see the city. There are also fun games to play and food to eat, like corn dogs and cotton candy. By early November, the air outside gets chilly in Washington, D.C. Sometimes the skies are clear and sunny, while other days are gray and cloudy. The wind blows more than it did during the summer. The autumn wind sends dry, crunchy leaves whirling and twirling through the streets and parks. The autumn wind whispers that winter is coming soon. In late November, near the end of the autumn season, is one of the most important holidays in the United States, Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day is on the fourth Monday in November, or fourth Thursday in November. On Thanksgiving Day, people in the United States like to gather with their family and friends. In my family, my grandparents, cousins, uncles, and aunts come to our house to have Thanksgiving dinner together. I always look forward to a big dinner of turkey, stuffing, potatoes, rolls, and cranberry sauce, with pumpkin pie for dessert. Then my cousin and I play football in the yard. Thanksgiving is very close to the end of autumn. By that time, the air starts to feel very cold, especially at night. The trees are bare or empty with no leaves on them. Once the trees look like this, you know autumn is almost over. And soon it will be winter. When winter comes, we are once again at the beginning of the cycle of the seasons. Now we've talked about each of the 4 seasons and their different characteristics. Can you say the seasons in order with me? Come on, let's say them together. Let me grab my pointer. Winter, spring, summer, and autumn or fall. Thanks for sharing. Your friend, Annie. All right. What is the main topic or main idea of today's lesson? Raise your hand and tell me. What's the main topic or main idea of today's lesson? Estelle?
Autumn or fall?
Very good. Autumn, the season of autumn or fall. Do you know the autumn months? Does anyone remember what those are? Carolyn?
Like
September.
November.
And October. What are some characteristics of or things that happen in autumn? What happens in autumn? Russell.
The deciduous trees. The deciduous trees. Leaves get in color and they fall down.
Right, the deciduous trees begin to lose their leaves. You're exactly right. Also, what happens in fall? Nicole?
Ball. Ball. Like ball. Like a tree leaf ball.
Right. What are the days? Do the days become longer or shorter?
Shorter.
Shorter. And that makes the air what, Adeline? That makes the temperature outside what when the days are shorter?
It makes the air feel cold.
Yeah, it gets chilly outside. Very good. Yes,
Look at my tattoos.
I see that, but we're going to try to stay on topic, okay? Let's meet our microphone. What are some activities that people do in autumn? What are some activities that people will participate in? Let's see. Ryan?
Halloween.
Halloween is something we do in October, which is in the middle of fall. We like to trick or treat from house to house. Estelle, what's another activity people enjoy doing in the fall?
Jump in leaf pile.
Jumping in leaf piles, most definitely. Also, the county fair. That's a lot of fun. There's one important holiday to America in autumn. Do you remember what it was? Carolyn? Thanks.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yes.
I love Thanksgiving. It's the best.
It is. Okay, tomorrow, friends, we are going to have a review day of all 4 seasons. We're not going to read one of Annie's letters, but we are going to make a mural, an art mural. You're going to take a sheet of paper and fold it into 4 sections, and I'll do this with you tomorrow. In each section, we're going to label winter, spring, summer, and fall. You can cut out pictures from a magazine or draw pictures with crayons about the characteristics of each season and put them on your mural. When you're all finished, you can post it on our discussion board and see what everybody did. I think that'll be a fun activity for us tomorrow.
Miss T,
Yes.
so when you say we're going to draw it, do we need to draw it or write it?
Draw. But you can also cut it out of magazine clippings. Oh yeah, and Nicole reminded me, I gave you all a postcard today if you came and picked up your Valentine boxes. So you're all set for writing a postcard to your pen pal. All right, friends.
Miss Gray, what time?
Hold on. Hold on.
When does the mailman come?
I don't know what time the mailman comes, sweetie. He's different in everyone's neighborhood. If you have a question, raise your hand. I'm not sure. He comes every day, but sometimes it takes 2 days to get your mail, or maybe even 3.
Miss Kate?
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Miss Kate?
Yes.
Miss